Hey, what's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? This Mike is Automotive. How you guys been? Hopefully you guys been having a good time. Hopefully you guys been having a lot of work. Okay, I love you guys. Love the positivity. Please keep in mind that I make these videos only for educational reasons. These are not intended to teach anybody how to steal or do any bad things. Okay, I'm not responsible for the things you do, for the cars you program. Big shout out to Aerolock, you guys. Check them out. Okay, Aerolock.com. Now let me show you guys. They're actually the ones that make this same V.A.T.S Interrogator. Okay, the V.A.T.S. Big shout out to Aerolock. In order to buy this stuff, if you're not a locksmith, you cannot buy this stuff. Okay, this is only locksmith stuff. Well, let's go ahead and continue. All right, you guys. So I taught you guys how to do new vehicles. Okay. Now, this has to do more with older vehicles. Okay, let me show you guys and tell you guys a little bit about these. So these right here are Tryout keys, okay, by Aerolock. These keys are good for keys B44, B45, B46, B47, B48, B49, B50, or B51, okay? Okay, so basically, out of all these keys right here, are good to operate any GM lock 67 and up, every GM lock. Okay, so as you guys can see, there's a lot of cuts on all these keys. I'm gonna go really brief. Okay, really brief with this. I'm not gonna really go into detail. Basically, you're gonna have to try out all these keys in the ignition and the door. Okay, because the door and the ignition are two different keys. So you're gonna have to try this on the ignition and the door, and one of these keys, okay, are gonna be it. One bundle's gonna work on the glove box, okay? Only one bundle, that's why they're in bundles. Right after you find that bundle that works on the glove box, one of all these keys right here, it's gonna work on the door, okay? One of all these keys. All right? But these keys also work for V.A.T.S, okay? They also work for V.A.T.S ignition. And for you guys that don't know what a V.A.T.S key is, V.A.T.S keys are these old style keys that have like a little, excuse me you guys, forgive me about the noise. This little type of resistor in there. Can you guys see that? That little black thing? Kind of like a chip. Okay. That's a V.A.T.S key. You have new style V.A.T.S keys. Okay, these are the newer style ones. And then you have the older style ones that are one-sided, and they have the little resistor right there. So when you're doing the all keys loss for these older model vehicles, you'll go ahead and try out all the keys on the ignition and the door. You'll find your correct key, and then we would use the interrogator to find out which key is it. Because there's actually 15 of these keys, okay, 1 through 15. And out of those 1 through 15, only one key works. Okay, basically you have different ohm readings. Okay, sorry, forgive me about the noise. So basically we have different ohm readings for each key. Okay, so when you're doing all keys lost, you find your key, and then we find our value of the key. Okay, now the way that we find the value of the key is with this V.A.T.S interrogator. Okay, as you guys can see, it has like these two little leads. Put your key inside there, inside the little slot. Those little things match up to where the little resistor's at. We would select our value. So let's say we're gonna try out key value number 15 first. We would switch it to 15, and then we will put in the ignition, okay, you guys? And then you put in the ignition, and then you turn on. And if it starts the car, your key is key number 15. If it doesn't start the car, you have to turn the car off, wait for 4 minutes. After those 4 minutes are up, you would go ahead and switch it down to 14 next. I would start for 15, you guys. So then you would switch it to 14. After your 4 minutes have ended, you're gonna stick the key back in there. Okay, switch it on. And so forth. If it's not number 14, you go ahead and turn the car off again. Wait 4 minutes. Okay, we're gonna switch it to number 13. After those 4 minutes are up, you put your key inside the ignition, you turn it on. So basically what this has, it has different values in here, okay? So this V.A.T.S Interrogator system also works with this key, okay, the B68. Usually when you take off the ignition lock cylinder, you'll find the key code on it and the resistor value. So on some cases, you're not gonna need this. Okay, you can just find the resistor value in the back. There's a chart online. You guys can find all this information online. I'm not the only one giving it out. It's everywhere. You just gotta dig through it, dig through forums, and you'll find all this information. So this interrogator system also works with the double-sided GM key, okay? To find the value of the key. So this actually makes your life more easier. These Tryout keys and this V.A.T.S Interrogator, if you don't want to be pulling apart steering wheels, because these older vehicles, you gotta go ahead and pull the steering wheel out, and it's just a pain in the butt. Okay, there's a lot of work, so I rather just buy the whole Tryout keys and do one by one until I find the correct key, and then connect my interrogator system until I find the right value of key. Okay, so I just rather do this. I'm not really an old school guy, but I never like to turn down a job. Okay, I had actually bought these different little resistors, okay, with different ohm values. I bought these on eBay. There's about 15 of these in here, and they all have different values. So if the customer doesn't want to be having a V.A.T.S key system, you can go ahead and replace that system by putting one of these. Okay, later on I'll make a video about that to go more into detail. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked this video and you guys learned a lot today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to turn on that notification, email me if you guys need any help. Till next time, you guys, take care.